Hey guys, workout number 3 for the week is a heavy as fuck workout. So I'm going to go through this workout. I'll tell you what weights I used and what worked for me. But here's the thing, if you don't have heavy weights, this is just not the workout for you. Because it's really not designed to be a good workout unless you can level up. That being said, I know some of you don't have heavier weights, or some of you for what reason or another don't want to go heavy. That's okay. I've included a bonus workout for the week that does not require the heavier weights. It's a Thursday 60-30 format. I'm not going to film it. I think you guys know what to do. So go ahead and do that instead of the heavy workout this week, because I know this one, this is specific for the heavy weights. If you guys want to make some strength gains and you've got the heavier weights and you want to play around with that, that's great. Go to it. If you don't have the right weights or it doesn't feel safe to you, pop onto the bonus workout. Do that instead. Okay, so I've got two 20-pound kettlebells here that I'm going to use for demos because I can talk and because I'm not warm. So I did this workout with two 35s. So that is heavy as fuck for me, especially when I'm doing double kettlebell swings with the two 35s. That is as much as I can manage. I can maybe do a little bit heavier with a single kettlebell versus two. Two is harder for me than one. So that gives you an idea. If you have two kettlebells that are a little bit lighter, but that's equally hard for you, do that. This can also be done with one kettlebell instead of two. Except for the last one really needs two weights, Suitcase Deadlifts, but the first one could definitely be a 1 instead of a 2. So we're going 10 rounds of 8 heavy kettlebell swings. So it's 80 swings, 10 rounds. So if you're going 2 kettlebells, I like to start them with the handles vertical rather than horizontal because it gives me a little bit more room. So we're going 8 swings. I think you guys know pretty much what to do with that. I think the big things with this is that, one, the back swing should be here. Right up in the business here, nice flat back. If the ponytail is not moving, we're not getting quite enough swing. At the top, especially when we're talking about heavy weights, everything needs to squeeze, including your quads. So everything should be locked down at the top of this swing. So if you're not feeling your legs and your quads, especially on this, you probably need some work on your swing. So 10 rounds of 8. This was set up for a minute in between. I didn't feel like I needed a full minute, so this worked for me as about an EMOM. Second one, 10 rounds of 8 again. I needed a little bit longer rest with this, so closer to a minute of rest. So with this one, because I had the double 35s, I did this one with a single 35. So this is the way this went for me. I swing clean, 4 single arm squats, 2, we're going to pretend that's 4, then I'm going to do a swing switch, 4 single arm squats on the other side, then it comes back down. And so then I started with my hike from the ground on the left on the next one, because it's not quite the same movement hiking from the ground versus the swing switch. So single 35, unilateral work was plenty for me, because you really have to lock down your core in order to make that happen. Depending on the weight that you have going on here, we want to make sure that the knuckles are underneath our chin. So if you need to bring this other hand in for support on that weight, that's perfectly fine. It just really depends on the weight you've got going on. If your weight is too heavy to do unilateral work, you can go with a goblet squat. So we have 10 rounds of 8 there, basically. 4 on one side, 4 on the other side. Then we have 6 rounds of 8 suitcase deadlifts. So for these, we're hinging, but we're also bending here. So my butt goes down and back, but I'm also going to bend like a squat. So this suitcase deadlift is more like the kind of deadlift you see with the deadlift cage, which is more like a squatting motion than just a hip hinging motion. Okay, so here we have 6 rounds of 8, and then we have 6 rounds of 6 pull-ups, anything you want. You can do jumping, you can do assisted, you can do negatives, whatever works for you and where you are in your pull-up ability. All right, you guys, so that's the workout. Breaks as you need. I found I needed significantly less than a minute on that first round, and it just kept going up and up as I went through, except for the pull-ups because it's a different muscle group. All right, guys, have fun.